Welcome to Hike Point of Sale. In this video we'll be covering how to create receipt templates in your Hike store. Now, handling a customer's receipts after a sale is a required step for any business, and not just from a customer's point of view, but it also protects the retailer in case you need to look up details in the future. So receipts are commonly used for when customers need to provide a refund, or if there's a dispute over a financial transaction. So the receipt is an important piece of information that shows that a transaction has occurred and that a sale was performed for a particular product. So in Hike, receipts can be printed or emailed to a customer after every sale, but most importantly, Hike provides the ability for you to customize your receipt templates from there. So you can customize the receipts so that you can adjust the way they look for your customers and enhance them by adding links to, say, your social media accounts, or to add an additional greeting so it makes it more presentable to your customer from there. So by default, Hike will generate a default receipt template which you can view in your Hike store's store setup. So if we go to the store setup button on the bottom left here and select the receipt templates area, as we can see here, a default template has been generated for the Hike store, as well as an additional quotation template. So if we select the default template from there, we can view the information that's been assigned to a receipt. Now, the right hand side provides details on the thermal receipt, which is a thinner receipt that's available for use with specific thermal printers, or you have the option of printing on an A4 piece of paper from there for your receipts. So by selecting the thermal option, you have a limited amount of information that you can have displayed, as the receipt is much smaller. But if you select the A4 print option or email option, there's additional fields that you can assign to your receipts from there. So for instance, we can add the sales excluding tax that will get displayed on the receipt if required, tax name, tax amount, and discounts if required. So you can add these and save your receipt as required from there. Now there's additional information that you can add on your left hand side here, so things like your template name. You can update the trading store name if we say here, so if we add 2 there, you can see here that the receipt template will get updated from there. Now over here we've got the receipt type where you can assign it for different types of receipts so you're able to print in your Hike store. So there are additional options for printing gift receipts, delivery dockets, park sale receipts, and lay-by receipts, which will have slightly different information listed. For the purposes of this video, we'll mainly be covering the sales receipts area. So if we go through, again, you can show a logo if you have a logo submitted, outlet addresses. We can also display customer addresses on receipts if a customer has been assigned to the sale and the customer's address is assigned to that customer from there. And we can also display the company name first if required. And now there's additional header text information that we can add here that will be appearing on top of the receipt. So if we type something such as test, we can see here that the header receipt will get updated. And from there we can also update information such as a tax invoice receipt. So we delete this and just call it a tax invoice, that will be updated accordingly. Now again, the numerical prefixes to start the invoice numbers depending on if you have a specific numbering requirement. And all these fields on your right hand side for totals, discounts, taxes and such from there. So these can all be displayed on your receipts. And then finally we also have the bottom area of the receipt, so you can show additional information such as a barcode, who it's been served by, a date stamp, as well as any footer text that you might want to add from there. So finally, if we scroll back up to the top to our receipt template, we can also select this settings button for font size settings. So if we select this, we have text size preset templates, which you can save a new template for your text, or you can also adjust your templates from there. So say for the trading name here, it has a default size, but we can increase it to large if we want our trading name to be more visible on the receipts. And we can also adjust each of the options on the left here for individual items in your receipt to increase the font size from there, from extra small, small, medium, large, or extra large from there. And then once you've created that, you can also create a new preset and you can name the template as required for your font. So font size, large, trading name. So if we select OK, as you can see here, we've created a new template now. And the template shown above. So if we select this template, the font size for the trading name will be large. If we go back to default, everything will go back to the default font sizes from there. So let's select the font size large trading name, and it also has a test, and we can save this. And now our default template has been updated. Now you can also add additional receipt templates by selecting the Add Receipt Template button on the right here. And as you can see here, again, the template will pre-fill certain information that we use from our default, but you can update this new receipt template from there. So we write down a new receipt template. What we'll do is we'll just make some additional adjustments to this, such as we'll show the outlet address. And again, we can increase the font sizes so that the trading name is extra large, as well as the outlet address is slightly larger. And from there, we'll simply just save this new template. And as you'll see here, new receipt template has now been listed here. So what we can do from here is we can assign these templates to your actual receipts from there. And this is done by going to the outlets and registers area of your Hike store. So in the store setup, we'll select the outlets and registers. And in your cash register area, you can assign templates from there. For the purposes of this video, we will assume that you do have knowledge on how to manage your outlets and cash registers. If you do require further assistance for this, please select this Learn button on the top right, which will bring you to our relevant support articles and support videos. Or you can contact our help department and contact our chat area by selecting chat with support or submitting a ticket if required. So if we open up the cash register quickly, what you can see here is that you've got receipt numbers as well as the receipt templates from there. So this is where the receipts are assigned to a particular template. So for instance, if we select the receipt template, we can see here there's both the default one which we've made adjustments to, as well as the new receipt template which we've created. So if we select the new receipt template quickly and select save, from there any new sales that are processed through this register will be applying the new receipt template from there. So finally, to ensure that the receipt template is being applied to the register correctly and the register is not caching older template information, what we need to do is to go to the point of sale area on the top left and select cash register here. And then from there, if we scroll down to the bottom, there's an option to refresh your data. So if we select this option, it will come up with a warning to say that Hike stores some of the local information in order to process sales if required. So if we select continue, what this will do is it will refresh the cash register information. So it's going to check and make sure that we are using the correct register. So if we select it, and it will update the register's information. So any new templates that we've applied will now be refreshed correctly. So if we select the sales history here and just select the random sale that we have created previously, and if we select the print option on the top right here, which will print out a receipt for us, as we can see here, the receipt template has been updated now. So it's applying the larger font sizes that we've applied to the receipt template, as well as displaying the address of the outlet from there. Now let's go back to the receipt template area of your Hike store. So if we go back out and close the invoice, we can go back to the store setup area and select receipt templates again, and we can see our receipt templates. Now we can create as many new receipt templates as we would like, and there's an option where you can delete the existing templates, but you cannot delete the default template from there. So this is the final option in case there's no other templates available, and this is what the Hike store will use. But if we open up our new template that we've created, and And if we scroll down to the bottom here, on the bottom right hand side, you can see here there's an option for deleting this receipt template. So if we select this option and just simply select yes, what will happen is the Hike store will revert back to the default template as an options. So if we go back to our outlets and registers, and we select our cash register, we'll see here that the receipt template will now get defaulted back to the default template. And if we open up our receipts again from there, and select the print option, what you'll see here is we're going back to the default template now, which has slightly larger text and it has the test for the header. And as you can see, the receipts will not get affected by deleting the template. The template itself will be removed, but the receipts will still be there. They will just be using a different template instead. So that concludes how to manage your receipt templates in your Hike store. Once again, if you do require further assistance with this, you can go back to our receipt templates area and select the Learn button on the top right side. And you can see our support articles that we have on the receipt templates. If you still require further assistance, you can certainly select the Need Help button and select the Chat with Support, which will connect you through to our 24/7 support team, or you can submit a ticket. Thank you for your time.